So Lego is calling this the biggest evolution of the Lego brick in decades, and it might be true. It's coming to Lego Star Wars first. Let's check out some of the sets coming out, what's included in it, how this system actually works, whether it's worth it for us all. Let's get bricking it, guys. So what actually is this Smart Play? So if anyone hasn't seen this, obviously a lot of people have, but if you haven't, it's basically Lego's first actual screen-free interactive brick system as such. Think sort of sound motions, real-time reactions, directly physically into your Lego builds. No apps, no screens, you don't have to read phones, tablets, etc. It looks pretty good. So at the heart of this system is something called the Smart Brick. So it's basically a Lego brick, effectively, but inside this it's packed with sensors. It's got speaker system, it's got wireless connectivity. From what I've seen, it's got lights as well. Move a ship, hear it swoosh, swing a lightsaber, you get the iconic hum sound, etc. Put a figure near it, you get speech or potentially interactive sounds. It looks pretty cool. It's an interesting system design. It doesn't have anything like the Mario one where you have to download the app, you have to update it all on there. But it is kind of a similar design in terms of the way it kind of goes with the little tiles, and we'll get into that now. Okay, so it works with three main components of what we've seen. I'll put some pictures up on here as well. First of all, you've got the Smart Brick. That's the main integral part of all this. That handles the sound, the movement, the real-time reactions. You've also got these little smart tabs, which are basically like little tiles, a little bit like the smart ones you get with the Mario sets, where you pop them on and it goes woohoo and all that stuff, you know, or it goes do 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 do. It's a bit like that, but the tiles actually tell the brick how to react to certain situations. So these, from what I've seen, you know, if you put a figure near that particular tile, it might react and say a phrase through the brick, or it might do something like you put like Luke in a laser cannon, or, you know, a little Hoth defense scene, something like that. It's pretty cool. Specific actions, specific scenes, just think of that as like a trigger mechanism for the brick in a way. Also, the smart figs themselves. So imagine a little minifig like this. You may have seen my other video or other things online, but they've got little sort of smart design on the back, so you know they're a smart fig. They do unfortunately have the printing on the side, which kind of has a little hazard sign, a little code, and a little sort of bin thing. It looks a bit weird, but the smart figs basically are kind of there for character linked interactions with the Smart Brick system. Pretty cool. The genius part of this, of course, is that it's all inside the bricks. No phones, no tablets, no apps. From what I've seen so far, don't quote me on that completely, but it looks to be a kind of you know, online less kind of thing. So it's all physical, it's in the bricks. These bricks are kind of designed so you can put them in anything. They react to things like swooshing and moving around. If you look at the Lego website and you look at the release details, there's all sorts of cool sounds it can do. It's pretty limitless in all the different things it can actually manage, so it's pretty cool there. And actually, I think they're learning from past themes here. The key thing to take away here is when they've had like your hidden side, Lego Mario, there's all been kind of cool ideas, but a bit of a gimmick, really. And the Mario ones lasted a while, don't get me wrong, but it has obviously developed over time into something a little bit less linear. You know, you've got your new sets, like the from Mario Wonder, you've got the kind of Bowser, Castle Bowser, Prince Florian set. That's a little bit more just like a play display set, and it has got the interactive capabilities, but it's not so linear like when you had to make the courses, and you could always move them around, but they always felt a bit like you were stuck in that zone. And Lego Mario, of course, massive figure, does some cool little lights, sounds and facial expressions, but imagine having that capability in something this big, you know, little Darth Vader, pop him in his ship and he makes this kind of the force is strong with this one kind of thing, you know, terrible accent, but it's pretty cool so far. I'm quite intrigued to see how well this goes. So why Lego Star Wars? Well, obviously the theme itself is, in my opinion, the obvious way for them to initially go and check this out. The only problem is, of course, it could go south and annoy a lot of Lego Star Wars fans. And if they're putting a lot of effort into this and it doesn't work out, then that could be kind of, you know, not really paving the way for future sets in the right way. But it's an obvious theme, really, isn't it? I mean, if you think about Star Wars, it's all about movement, it's about drama, it's about the excitement of it all, it's about the sounds, the iconic sort of music, the iconic phrases. So it's a perfect theme to start with. Think, you know, your X-Wing engines, your TIE fighters scream as it flies through the sky, lightsaber swings and battles, and obviously the musical cues and some of the cool phrases, you know, just Luke, Darth Vader, Han, Emperor Palpatine, obviously a lot of the Clone Wars ones, Obi-Wan's phrases, you know, That'd be really cool to get some of those in these sets. I think they are leaning hard into that to start with by the looks of things. They have announced several Star Wars sets kind of on the rumour mill, but 3 of them specifically coming out in March. So let's get into those quickly. First up, Star Wars sets releasing this year. We have got Luke's Red 5 X-Wing. That's going to be set 75423. From what I've seen, there are 584 pieces in that set. It's going to come with Luke and it's going to come with Leia. I'm not sure if anyone else is coming in that set at this time, but they're the 2 I've definitely seen in the set. From pictures, it does look like there might be someone else in there as well, but we'll see. They're going to be the smart interactive figures in it, at least anyway. Think your engine, your laser sounds, the iconic kind of X-Wing noises as it shoots. You can tilt it, you can swoosh it, it reacts as you play. You know, it's a cool design, really. That's going to be £79.99 or $99.99. Coming out March the 1st. It's on pre-order from the 9th of January, which when this video releases should be today, if all goes well with the release. So get on it if you like the look of it. If you look at the pictures I'm putting up on screen now, it does look a bit childish. I was really hoping for an X-Wing of this kind of design. You know, it wouldn't necessarily need to be a bigger one than this for them to start out, but there's no reason why they couldn't have fit a smart brick in like a place like this or just behind where R2 sits. But it looks quite boxy, it looks quite short, stumpy, it almost looks like a microfighter or like a 4+ set. I appreciate they want it to be for younger audiences, and a lot of the hype and the kind of interactive videos I've seen so far have been kids playing with it, and that's great. Get more kids into Lego Star Wars. Definitely go for that option. But it'd be really cool if they kind of did a mid thing. You know, there's no reason why 5-6-year-old can't play with this set, you know, and to have the brick in here, that made more sense to me. So I'm a little bit disappointed with the design of this. But let's move on to the next set. So next up, we've got Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. That's going to be set 75421. 473 pieces, so a little bit less on the piece count. It's going to definitely have Darth Vader in it. I did see a rumour saying that it might have a Rebel soldier in it as well, so we'll see if that comes out as well. Think, you know, your aggressive TIE Fighter engines, Darth Vader speeches, some of the things he says in New Hope, for example, when he's in the TIE Fighter, he's following Luke, and he's saying the Force is strong with this, you know, that sort of thing. That's going to be all about kind of that menacing Darth Vader presence. I imagine some cool kind of music themes in it as well. Obviously, slightly smaller set on that particular one, but should be pretty cool. We're looking at £59.99, £59.99 or $69.99 in the US. Again, March the 1st release and pre-orderable on the 9th of Jan. So interesting set there again. Obviously, if you've got an X-Wing, you're going to have a TIE Fighter set anyway. I was kind of expecting them to do a normal TIE, but to go for Darth Vader's one, not surprised in a way, I suppose. He's obviously a big iconic character. You can't really not have Darth Vader, and if you put him with a normal TIE Fighter set, that's kind of been done before, and it's a bit like, why is he there? But in his own TIE Fighter, makes sense. That'd be good if they released another one as well. But the good news with these smart bricks is, of course, you can mix and match them. You can pop them in different sets, and you can get different tiles, and over time there'll be different ways you can get ones and swap them about and interact them. It'll be great for mock builders. I think this is going to be quite a cool thing for people who want to use them in their own way. You're just going to have to get these kind of slightly more childish looking sets to get hold of them initially. Again, the TIE Fighter design, as you can see, is a little bit boxy. It's not terrible, but it's a bit better than the X-Wing one in my opinion, but it's still a little bit blocky, a bit childish. Obviously it's Lego, but it just doesn't look as good as like the other ones we've had. So let's go on to the biggest set that they're releasing. So the largest set that they've definitely confirmed and is definitely releasing on March the 1st is going to be the Throne Room Duel and A-Wing, which is going to be 75427. That's going to have 962 pieces, so a lot more than the other two. It's going to have Luke, Vader, Palpatine. You'd expect them in the Throne Room Duel, obviously. It does look like it's got a Rebel pilot as well, and it comes with an A-Wing fighter. So random choice. Obviously, the Throne Room Duel happens during Death Star 2 battle over Endor. And there will be A-Wings out there, there'll be loads of ships out there, but to have that specifically linked with the Throne Room Duel seems a bit weird. They do have 2 smart bricks in this set from what I've seen, so that's a plus. Obviously you're paying for that with the price of the set. It doesn't look like a big set. If you look at the pictures here, the diorama is more like a play feature one. You've got like the sticks you can wiggle so they can have their lightsaber battle, which isn't a terrible thing, but they're kind of quite bold in the color choice, so you can't really, unless you remove them, it's not really a display piece as such, in my opinion. It's more like a specifically play piece, and obviously there's no problem with that because these sets are designed for smart play being the key word there. Again, younger audience, slightly simpler looking set as such, but for us older fans, it doesn't really seem like you're getting much for your money in this one. The A-Wing's quite cool. It looks better than the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter in my opinion. Again, simple design, but it doesn't look terrible. It's not very big, but you're getting 2 smart bricks. So I imagine you put one in the throne room diorama, one in the A-Wing. You can swoosh the A-Wing about, make some cool sounds, and obviously you've got the throne room diorama, Luke and Vader fighting lightsaber battle, the Emperor saying some cool phrases, some dramatic music, some lightsaber hums, maybe even a bit of Force lightning sound. It'd be quite cool to see what happens, but the price of this is quite eye-watering for how much you're paying. I mean, I moaned about the price of the throne room diorama being about 90 quid, but you actually got a decent diorama scene with that. Obviously, you're paying for the smart bricks in this, but £139.99 in the UK, $159.99 in the US. I mean, I know you're getting 2 bricks with it, but that's quite a lot for the look of this set. It doesn't really look like a big set at all. I think a lot of people might go for it. It might be for you, it might not, but it just seems like a lot of money for what you're getting, apart from obviously the fact you're getting 2 smart bricks. But do you want to pay, what's that, £70 per smart brick? That's quite a lot of money, really. Obviously you're getting a couple of figures in it, but again, are you going to want it for that specific reason? Are you going to want to get them or wait till it goes down in price? Personally, I'm intrigued, and I'd love to get hold of one of these smart brick sets, but I might wait until they've gone down a bit in price, or they've been out a while, they've been tried, tested, you know, they've been around, they might have released a couple more. There were rumours they're releasing like an AT-ST, like an Endor style one, and also potentially a smaller Mos Eisley set, and some other things as well that are coming out. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that, if they do bring these out. So, you know, in short, that's what we've seen so far. I mean, what are you guys thinking? I'd be interested to know in the comments. I'm sure you've seen lots of other videos about it. You might know more, you might know less. This might be an eye-opener, or you might think, yep, I know everything you've gone on about. Are you guys excited for these sets? Are they too expensive? Are they on the nose for this technology? Is it something you're excited about at all? I think the actual idea is great, but the execution-wise, I don't know if it's going to be a gimmick, if it's going to stay around for a long time. I mean, the beauty of Lego is it's all about imagination, and this kind of takes a bit of that away. Not as much as the Mario one, so I think this is a nice kind of medium ground, but it seems quite expensive, and I know a lot of technology's got into it, so I'm not taking it out of Lego at all. Great design, great idea, but let's see how it goes on. So, in the meantime, do the usual YouTube things, like, subscribe, remember to check out the channel, some more videos. Please comment and let me know what you're thinking of these smart bricks, because I'm really interested to see what everyone out there thinks, whether it's for you or not, whether you're pre-ordering them today, whether you're waiting until, you know, they've been out for a little while and more sets are about. In the meantime, I'll see you on the next one. Keep bricking it, guys.